and Conan and Wei Xiao need to find the 2v2. I expect Zitai will completely change gears, possibly. Well, I don't know. He played Lulu back-to-back in the LGD games when they lost. No, actually they split, didn't they? Yeah, it was the remake.
I think if it comes down to guessing what the results were with Invictus Gaming and anyone else, it's probably a split. Now here we go, picks and bans. And Invictus out of the gate. What do they do? Definitely thinking about this one. This is going to affect their playoff positioning. So they do not want to drop 0-2 to World Elite.
TikTok. What will it be? They have the first pick. No reason for them to ban out Gragas or Maokai. I think they should take away Lulu here just so they don't have to pick it up themselves. At least just to keep Zitai off of it.
No, they're banning Rengar so Illusion doesn't get to play it.
Oh, yes, please.
Yeah, I mean, Axine's played Rengar probably a lot better than Illusion managed to last time.
That was it didn't fit Illusion's MO. He's a gank heavy champion or a gank heavy jungler, and Rengar just doesn't have that ability or that power pre-level 5. Or excuse me, post-level 5.
Even pre-level 5. There you go. Also Caston, that's pretty clear cut. He doesn't really make it through many of the picks and bans anyways. Now Lee Sin also at the table heavily targeting out the jungle again. This is a bit unexpected. Axine wasn't the #1 impact maker in that last game.
No, but it's much easier to target ban the jungler than it is, like, obviously you can't target ban Wei Xiao. They have the first pick, and the priority picks are going to go to that top lane, so that leave effectively mid and jungle. I feel that this is smart, because then it limits the options to Jarvan, and Illusion is probably going to go Jarvan Skarner here.
There's your Lulu ban. Braum also taken away. This does leave Maokai and Gragas on the table. Youngsu has favored the Gragas in the past, but does he go over to Maokai this time?
I think Maokai kind of proved his worth that time around. I think he's much more efficient. You have to think again, China,
just buffed
who's
too.
The hyper carries? It's the 80 carries. What does Maokai offer? He offers disruption. He's able to get back there.
More so
like, he can protect his team. Yeah, he protects his team as well as disrupting at the same time. It's too much good stuff on one ability.
So I think they're confident in their ability to play this one out. So finding it going through Youngsu will take it immediately, though, answered back by Conan getting his Thresh. And that's, I feel like Conan plays a pretty mean Thresh, but Kitty's is sort of like that guy you don't give Thresh to. He's very similar to Cloud in that way.
Ooh, Ninja thinking about Twisted Fate.
No, okay, not this time, though. They want to get Tristana again for Wei Xiao. And, oh, the Lucian lock-in would be... not entirely sure about that one, to be honest with you.
The nice thing, though, is that it's a very self-sufficient pick for Kid. I will give him that. Kid is known as a Trinity Force champion player, so a lot of Ezreal. Lucian's effectively kind of the better Ezreal. I don't necessarily like...
Ouch,
I feel every time
that hurts my Ezreal. That hurts all my Ezreal matches that I've played recently.
All of your tiers.
All of my tiers. I'm stacking them. Whoa.
I don't like early game 80 carries against late game 80 carries. I don't think it works out at all in China.
Evelyn. Okay. So this could fit Illusion. We haven't seen him play it a ton, but it has a lot of versatility. And I like this pickup.
Evelyn also offers... it also offers a lot more in China just because of their bizarre warding. They've gotten better at it. Talk about Ward Elite's wards. That last game, that beautiful ward of the side to see the Fnatic Death Rush. That was something. Yep, went to the Jax.
Yeah,
it's like I'm a genius. I'm a mind reader.
Yeah, we saw Kola playing that. That is sort of more of his comfort pick as well. And oh my goodness, do they go for the Jinx here? This would be an awesome pickup with Morgana already countering the Thresh. Jinx has such snowball potential. Please lock this in. Oh, Kid, you're breaking my heart. I have an immense bias for Jinx. Laying it out there.
I would have liked to see Jinx, yes.
Zed! Oh my god! Okay, they lock it in. Zitai! Going on Zed this time, and they do lock in the Lucian as well. Okay, big power move.
What I got the Jax pick, the Zed pick. I should play the Lotto.
Okay, you're psychic. I'm taking you to Vegas, all right?
Let's go.
Yeah. Right after this, I want to watch this first.
See what Ward Elite will pull out. Looking for something against that Zed. Looks back to the rise.
And just
Makes sense. Very tanky.
All right, I guess I'll just do this again.
That worked well.
See, I like this pickup in general from World Elite. They're very comfortable and confident in their picks, so they run a very similar composition this time. And they have incredible late game scaling on their side. However, if Satai gets sufficiently big enough, they won't have to worry really about singling out anyone, because Wei Xiao, no amount of peel can protect you if Zed's coming to town. So this is going to be a great match. But I think a lot better pick and ban phase from Invictus.
Definitely much stronger. The issue now becomes, will they give World Elite exactly what they want? So again, a very heavy late game scaling composition. Jax, Ryze, Tristana as kind of your three big powerhouses. Are they going to find the 2v2? Are they going to go for the early ejection? Wow. It's really early.
He tried to combine a couple of words there. I wasn't sure what they were, but...
I don't even know what happened. I like reached for a dictionary and just like vomit just everywhere now.
Immediately, spaghetti starts falling out of my pants.
Wow.
Yeah, that happened.
Can we just make that a clip?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Immediately, spaghetti starts falling out of my pants.
Here we go, YouTube. All right, somebody's going to put that up at some point. Anyways.
No, if they go for the early objective control and force World Elite to fight 5v5s, simply because they don't have, they have the early power, they need to snowball off of that, so... What did Bjergsen say yesterday? He's like, oh, they have a mid-game power spike, but ours is better. Okay, Bjergsen.
We will scale. We will beat them. We have the technology.
We will beat them.
Very confident.
We can run faster.
See if Invictus Gaming can once again continue their 1-1 tendencies, or will the World Elite grab themselves a 2-0. Here we go. Last time tonight on the Summoner's Rift. I think this one's going to be one of the most exciting matchups we've had yet.
Is spaghetti falling out of I can't.
You cannot take that out of your mind. Once it goes there, it's like never going away.
Who says that? I literally have the visual of just the Eminem rap going down. Mom spaghetti. It's just like flailing out of his pants.
Oh man. Yeah, tell you what, let's just pretend that never happened.
Oh my goodness. On to the Rift. Here we go.
On to the Rift. Illusion. Going for the mid. And this time, Invictus Gaming might play a little more cautious, because they don't have to go for these early risky invades to still get the shutdowns that they need. Xiaomei is in a very vulnerable point. This is 4.11 nerfed Jax, and Yangsu should be able to just poke him out and bully him for a long time. Gives Illusion the chance to really pick his battles wherever he wants to go.
You're absolutely right. Again, I cannot emphasize this enough. They need to utilize Maokai. They need to 5v5. They need to do it as soon as it is feasibly possible for them. The faster they get into the 5v5 and the faster they snowball their mid-game power spike, the better this game will go for IG. This is literally classic IG against classic World Elite. World Elite didn't really change up any of their win conditions. They're not going to do the 2v1 lane swap, but again, very late game oriented. It's now about, can they slow this game down and get exactly what they want again?
Certainly going to be trying for it, as they picked a very similar comp to do just that, trying to get comfortable. But what's this? World Elite making a move with the 4-man, getting themselves a level 1 death brush. IG, don't face check that.
Are they going to gank Zatai? They're going for a late invade.
It's really hard to tell. I think they're going to wait for Zatai, try and shut down.
It's a lane swap.
Yeah, that'll eventually happen too. Okay, Wei Xiao moving in. And
they know, though.
Actually, it is a late invade. Okay. All right, so here we go. Definitely going to be seen out. However, Yangsu going for the move in with the saplings, just toss a little bit of damage on early. They're going to give this one up anyways, though, and now that they know this is happening, Jungle Buddy system engage.
Okay, so right off the bat, again, World Elite got the 2v1 lane swap. Very delayed. I like the fact that they almost faked it out, because Xiaomei was spotted out by a sapling. So they assumed that it was going to be Jax top. Surprise! It's Wei Xiao. We want him to get a solo farm. Let's see how IG handle this. Again, win conditions for World Elite. Check off the first one.
Yep, just make sure you stay one step ahead and get your free farm going. But Zatai might have some other plans, looking to make moves forward onto Ninja right now, but he's dodging out. It's not just a clever name. He's able to get out of bad situations really, really easily. Illusion going to go through the jungle with Yangsu. And yeah, the onus is still on them to make these early plays. So brilliant move by World Elite, opening with a we dare you. Come on, make our day.
They had Evelyn. I feel like they could have invaded and placed a deep ward to check for something like this because they had the stealth advantage. So again, just irresponsible play strategically from IG.
And they continued to play the roam game with the jungle anyways, so as soon as this is cleared out, you would expect Illusion to start making moves, at least towards one of these lanes, but right now he's just moving back into the bot to get his early game farm on. So they're just playing right into the plans that World Elite has, and you gotta worry for them.
Check number 2, Conan roaming, returning to the bot lane, Wei Xiao left alone in the top lane.
It's a very mobile Thresh without boots.
I feel that I've seen this exact formula before, but I can't quite place it.
You let them do it, World Elite will play the exact same game on you every day of the week. And they'll play it well, too.
Oh, here we go. Face check, though.
Yep, this is going to happen. Kitty sees Axine coming in, and he runs. Oh, he misses on the Q. What? Okay, that was a very panic Dark Binding. And Axine could have easily been taken down there. As it is, he just walks all over this top side. Yangsu Kitties, they're still on the chase. Illusion coming in, trying to make a play. He hits that one, though. And there's the tie. There's a big roam. They're trying to put some pressure here. First blood going over to Illusion, but Wei Xiao gets out just fine. A lot committed for one kill.
Very nice collapse from IG. They're not going to transition this into anything, but, you know, first blood being picked up.
He's in the 1v2, and Conan could get the lockup any time. Yeah, Wei Xiao now is not going to get the easy free farm anymore. So this is what they need to start doing, but it seemed like the execution there was still a little bit off from Invictus.
They have more roam potential, though. I will say, kind of questionable decision on Axine's part to say, you know who I should probably dive? I should probably dive the Maokai. We've already talked about, you know, at length why you don't want to dive a Maokai, why he makes such a spectacular top lane champion right now. So that was curious.
Maybe they're just a little bit confident considering their last game, but
and then he moose shoot his skill shot.
Yeah, that can happen from time to time. So Kid will have the one-on-one right now. Wei Xiao gets the 1v2. He's perfectly fine with that as well. And Conan coming back. He's done with his walk. Take a little brisk run in the morning, and then he comes right back to lane to babysit.
You have to walk the Conan. Get his legs stretched.
Yep. Well, you know, those chains are heavy, man. He's got to be able to carry a lot of that in his legs all the time. Can't skip leg day.
It's not actually Thresh carrying the lantern. It's Lucian's wife taking Thresh for a walk.
That's an interesting perspective of it. But Axine, ooh, he's going low. Sao Mei jumping up on there, and there's a spider going down to Kid. Sao Mei getting out just barely with his life. But this looks to be a tower dive. Illusion taking a lot of hits on this one. Has to flash to get out of the aggro range. Picking himself up a kill, though. Illusion, this time coming up a lot bigger in the early game.
And this is what IG do. They're very good at roam. You have to think, who is the OG of the Zilean pick? It was IG. Zitai in that mid lane played it quite a few times before Faker showed it off in the OG. And why do they like it? Because of its dive potential, because of its roam potential. You speed up, you run to a lane, you have your chrono shift, you dive for free. Obviously, you don't have the Zilean this time around, but this is what IG love to do, and effectively pulling it off.
Iroriginal gamers?
Irresponsible gamers.
Oh. Ouch. You are not letting them off the hook.
I'm mad right now.
Well,
no,
that last game was a little bit rough.
Like, yeah, they've made these tower dives and they're getting the early snowball advantage, but it still hasn't transitioned into anything global. They had the, because they have the lane swap, they have the numbers advantage on the bottom side of the map, or they could have the numbers advantage, except for, you know, Kitties is roaming around to take an early dragon. They just did a roam bot. Obviously, Eve was too low to transition that into a dragon, but, you know, they need to be more conscious of what makes a true snowball, just getting these free random kills, or taking these kills and then transferring them into larger powers.
Nevertheless, they are showing a lot stronger performance in the early side of this game, and Kitty's now moving in with Yangsu to try and make something happen here. I think it's a really good idea to give Kid the early game farm advantage anyways, and the experience advantage. They can turn this into some mid-game picks and kills, but you're right, they have to transition it. So far, they haven't done too much off of it. No early dragons, nothing like that. And they're still letting these shenanigans happen with Axine now looking for the blue buff on the other side. He's getting a little bit of help from Conan. Kitties maybe wants to go around the side for the steal, but oh, teleport coming in. They get the lockup. Wei Xiao's already there. Hook's coming in. Conan coming in hot. Kitty's already fallen down. That's going to be the kill over to the support of World Elite Youngsu. What is he doing in there? He had no friends in the area, but Wei Zhao, that was way too far, and the death mark's going to connect on him. Not enough damage to finish him up. The burn might be, though. No, it's not. Youngsu now around the side. Blue buff is still up in all of this, damaging everybody. Youngsu falling down. Conan gets a hook around the side. Illusion trying to make something of it, but this is going completely wonky, as only Youngsu is currently dead for IG, but everybody from World Elite is here. They commit hard to this early buff, and they do secure it. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Kid keeps farming away.
You could see the absolute terror on Wei Xiao's face as he rocket jumped over that, then realized he had just rocket jumped into
I immediately regret this decision.
This was such a poor choice. Okay, but issue. We talked about how IG needed to look for 5v5s immediately and utilize their composition. That effectively was it. They had a numbers disadvantage. Again, blue buff MVP also of that fight. It pretty much took down everyone to half health. Misplayed that poorly.
Don't mess with the golem.
Mechanical misstep from the cooldowns. It was awkward.
Yeah, very, very strange. And it was
like split their damage over the wall. Yeah, exactly.
It was one
Everyone
of those
just
weird
kind of
fights.
high-fiving each other into it.
Yeah, it's one of those weird fights where like it starts off with like a 1v2, and then it becomes a 2v2, and then it becomes a 3v2, and then before you know it, everyone's at the party, and no one knows why they're there.
I think I've been to those parties.
Oh yeah, those are the awkward parties.
You go to brush something off your shoulder and you end up face first on the floor because that's just how many drinks you've had.
Oh man, do tell details, please. Well, maybe later. Cao Mei and Youngsu going back to the 1v1 on the top side. However, it's not so 1v1. There is the approach, and that's Cao Mei realizing he's got quite a party on his hands. Boy, this is awkward. Can he get away? Leaf strikes onto a ward illusion. In hot pursuit with Kitties in tow. Can they get this? Can they secure it? Oh, he's getting away. Run, Cao Mei. Dodge it out. No, he doesn't. Illusion finally finishing him up. They commit heavy for these kills, but they secure him.
Can they transition to a tower? They do have the minion wave pushed onto it. Nice attempt from Cao Mei to find the two-step there, but unfortunately, goes down.
They are denying a little bit of that farm, too. Not letting anyone get near that tower. Illusion, really big ups to him for having a bigger impact this game. 100% kill participation.
Oh, night and day performance.
Oh, yeah.
It's like it's not a 4v5 anymore. It's a 5v5.
Well, when you put him on a champion that can actually do things before 6, that certainly helps him out quite a lot. So IG clearly not afraid of experimenting here, but it has been at the expense of their record. This is just such a different game than the last one. Kid and the rest of IG looking way more confident. And actually, Kid's up and up on the farm to Wei Zhao, and he's putting some damage on, hitting that nice power spike still. Not quite up to his eye edge yet, but this tower will fall down. First one of the game. Only took 10.5 minutes for IG to knock that out.
Dragon is still up and available, though. Wei Xiao and Conan have transferred over, so it is a 2v2 now in the bot lane, as you saw that tower just going down in Wei Xiao's face. So there's no longer a numbers advantage for this Dragon. See when it's going to be contested. I feel like since bot tower is down and IG has more control over that side of the map, it's kind of the next go-to objective, but World Elite are definitely in a perfect position to contest this. Both teleports are down for the top lane. And Maokai is a huge power spike for the team fight of IG.
So if they take the 4v4, it's definitely a little bit more of a toss-up, but it may not have to be that, as Zatai getting double-timed right now by Axion, goes in for the death mark. Illusion on the backside, can he stay alive? It becomes a 3-man. Zatai, whoa, Illusion gets the kill off on the Ninja. He's staying alive. He gets out alive. That was a clutch dark binding from Kitties around the side, and Conan running for his life, running scared. Good thing he worked out those quads in the morning, but is it going to be enough? No, it's not. Illusion coming up big once again for his team. 6-0, and they should be able to take themselves mid and a Dragon if they want it.
This is the IG that take games off of the top teams. I don't know what IG showed up last time, but if there's one consistent thing about IG, it's they're the most inconsistent team in the world, not just LPL. This is ridiculous. Look at those Z moves. Why would you put Zatai on anything else but that champion? Can we talk about that shadow? I know that binding was spot on, but that shadow.
Yeah, we're going to see it again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this looks really bad for Zatai right now. He just waits out, knowing his team's going to get in there. Goes for the death mark. Boom. Instantly, Illusion comes in. Conan says, hey, I got this. Boom, shadows away. No, you don't. Goodbye. I have a tiny health bar. It's okay. Auto attack not enough to finish him off. And then they follow up and just clean house. Invictus. Yeah, this is a completely different team. Do they roster swap in the off time? Are they allowed to do that? This guy knows what's up.
Exactly. That face. Is that Garvey?
Big shout out. Yeah, he's in the audience. He's in there. We'll see a big sign.
Giant white guy in the crowd. Can we find him?
It's like Where's Waldo, but with LPL.
I had that book as a kid.
There were like 5 of them. I had like
Some
all of
terrifying
those.
things in those scenes too.
Oh yeah, if you looked really hard. If you don't think about it too long.
Yeah, there's like a guy with like spaghetti just falling out of his pants.
Hey, I thought we agreed not to talk about that.
I can't.
Just fixated on this. You know what I'm fixated on? Invictus Gaming. Pushing forward. This has been so much better for them. The only problem right now is that all the kills, all the gold centered on Illusion. But you know what? He loves making these early game impacts, and they can, share a little bit of the wealth. They can turn that into dragons like they just did.
Big issue, though, I will say. Yes, Illusion has been so on point, being everywhere that he's needed to be, making the plays happen for his team. 6-0-1. That doesn't necessarily mean anything on Evelyn. He's going to buy 1 damage item, and then he's going to go straight tank. Already has a Sight Stone, has the Hex Drinker. So it's not like he's going to be the big carry force for his team. Does it help to have a fed Evelyn? Of course it helps to have a fed jungler, but it's not the same as, a fed Lucian or a fed Zed.
Zed's fed. Well, not yet. Oh, Illusion. Hello, that's a lot of people from World Elite. Illusion, I gotta get out of here. What's going on, Kid? And Kitties are, Young Su and Kitties are in the middle of all this one. Conan could fall down. There's Kid around the backside, getting himself a kill onto Conan. Following up. Colin comes out. That's Sao Mei falling down. Ninja too. Just when it looks like they would not stand up here, they come in and clean up. Wei Xiao late to the party. Guess he missed his invitation in the mail, and that's Invictus Gaming taking themselves a clean 4 for none. Yeah, they're just smirking. That happened.
Zatai also in the bot lane. Free farm, proxying that tower wave. Isn't going to take the tower down, or he shouldn't be able to, although he does have a sizable wave around him, and Wei Xiao nowhere to be found, but just taking experience, doing his own thing. There was a 4v5 without their assassin, and I was just talking about how, the tankiness on Evelyn, it's not, as good as having a fed Zed or a fed Lucian. The fact that he was so tanky there actually allowed him to survive that and allowed enough time for Young Su to come through with an amazing teleport to turn the tides of that fight.
I think the key here is the trust that Invictus is displaying with one another. They realize that there are going to be these collapses from World Elite to try and get picks on them, and as soon as that happens, they trust that their team will get in there in time to make these big plays. It's happened twice now. First time was Zatai in the mid. He lasted out just barely. This time, Illusion's tankiness, as you mentioned, kept him alive for quite a long time. That was a 4-man collapse, and they turned it around completely.
That said, still, small window of relevancy. All of those kills, 11 kills, only 2 towers, and I believe 2 dragons, possibly 1. I believe it's 2.
They got the 2. They're really on the up and I mean, look at the gold difference right now. It's about 8,000. Or
it's going to turn into a 5 global objective swing. Oh, the hold up.
Oh, here we go. Direct calling to the face. Goodbye, Ninja.
That's high in fiber.
Maybe a little bit too much. And this tower getting pushed on right now.
Ultimate of lead, right?
Yeah,
that joke
I'm pretty sure there's no. That joke makes sense if you don't think about it.
Oh, okay.
I'm not even going to try.
No, I was going to talk about there's a small window of relevancy for IG's comp. Like, this is classic IG snowball the early game, but they need to transfer these kills into objectives, otherwise they're worthless. They're meaningless.
Well, they're doing it right now.
Finally
They've cracked out the base, rather the outer edge of the base, so inner shell remaining. See if they can get to that juicy center. Zatai pushing around the side to 3-1-1 with Maokai roaming around in the jungle. And Sao Mei nowhere near his later game power spike. They're doing this exactly the way they need to. Invictus is pushing really, really, really hard and keeping the pressure on.
They should look for the dive now. I feel like they need to group and they need to really utilize their tankiness and their dive potential between Evelyn, Tank Evelyn right now, and Maokai.
Yeah, they could
especially
really
before Rise is off the ground. Rise running around with pretty much ingredients. It's past the 15-minute mark, so the Roa isn't going to be as effective as it should. Look at him. He's got an incomplete tier. He's sitting on a catalyst. He's got some makings of his frozen heart. Got the glacial shroud. Nowhere near where Ninja wants to be.
No, and that's just because he hasn't been able to ramp up the way he'd like to. You've got 3-0 on Kid. He really has hit that nice power spike. Wei Xiao has kept up with him, despite not really getting anything but a pair of assists, but it really is different when they don't allow him to get up to that level. The key to the game, shutting down Sao Mei, shutting down Wei Xiao, well, it's exactly what they managed to do so far.
See if World Elite can figure it out, stall out the game long enough to get going. They have decent wave clear in the form of Tristana Explosive Shot, as well as Rise. So they have a fair amount of anti-siege. It is a little bit scary to dive them because obviously Rise has a room prison. That said, it looks like Zitai, IG, are reverting to kind of a split push mentality.
Although Sao Mei might have something to answer that, goes on to Yang Su. Doesn't really think he wants to take that, thinks twice and backs away. Yeah, they are going to allow World Elite to stall after this keeps happening, but maybe not. Okay. Ward Hop's already spent, Counter-Strike going away. Illusion trying to not get stunned up, he still does, but the chase is on. Hate Spikes flying left and right. Leap Strike comes back off cooldown, and they have to back away from that one, but still, they are chasing everyone away from these. Kid making a move up the mid side. They're slowly but surely closing in on World Elite.
Zitai still doing some decent damage. Last standing second tier tower is going to be that top one. Dragon up and available.
Easy pickup right now for Invictus. More gold in the pocket, just pad those wallets a little bit, as they only really need 2 members to do this. Maybe a third just to get a little bit extra damage. Kitty's joining the party. But there's nothing World Elite can do. They're pushed so far back in their base right now. And the vision, just on the outskirts of this jungle for Invictus, but they're keeping big tabs on where World Elite is.
It's all about that sapling. And they're able to do it effectively without expending so much gold into the vision, although Evelyn's also running around with a sight stone. It's not just Kitties. Due to the fact that they're creating really deep pressure points, there's never been a point that these waves have been pushed past their own river.
Yeah, they're really not letting up any sort of pressure, and World Elite's struggling when they don't win the lanes to just really do anything of note. It'll be a while before Wei Xiao and Sao Mei get up to that level of hypercarry status, and Invictus not keen to let the game go that long. Only 19.5 minutes. Pretty massive gold lead for Invictus.
Especially with the core items right now. Lucian running around with a completed Phantom Dancer and Infinity Edge at 20 minutes in the game. That is insane amounts of damage.
Yeah, and he could pretty much just split push an entire tower down by himself.
That is almost perfect CS. 200 CS before 20 minutes.
Looking to add one more to that one. 2-man Baron. How confident is this team right now? Everyone's joining the party. Zitai gets involved in this one with Kitties, and they don't even know this is happening. Oh, Axine, if he goes in for the check, he might be able to pull the steal, but he's got no clue. Puts a ward down at the last second, and Baron's already gone.
I believe they got the timer with that ward, though, so small bright side there, but effectively completely uncontested Baron. Very nice call from IG, and now in the bot lane.
Yeah, Youngsu says, you want to take this fight? All right, come at me. Maelstrom getting in there. Saplings going on left and right. Sao Mei is getting taken pretty low by this one. One more hit ought to do it. Does he get it? Oh, Axine being chased through the jungle in the meanwhile. Oh, Sao Mei burns his flash. This is looking pretty bad right now, and that is going to be Kid going all the way forward, picking himself up a kill onto Axine. Zitai getting found up by Ninja. That could be the turnaround, at least one more kill, but this is still looking pretty rough right now. Zitai with the fancy footwork will manage to get himself one on the top side. They're taking this. Could they get the ace here? They managed to get pretty close to it. Conan, only man left standing, and this is looking pretty dire right now for World Elite, Frosk.
I hope we get the replay on that Zitai kill, though. The flash shadow. I can't. Why doesn't he play this champion every single game? He's so fluid at it.
It's banned, too. I don't get it either.
IG, though, complete moves across the map. We talked about, you talked about how they don't have a lot of vision on the map, but they know exactly where WE are.
Yep, Kitties, he's going to get caught in, but they're going to take this bait. The teleport comes in on the cannon minion as they take down the first inhibitor turret. And now with 3 members here, not sure if they want to keep going in on this one. Yangsu going to back away, dodges out. Man, look at that. Who knew that tree could move that fast?
It's not a tree, it's a race car.
He put some wheels on that guy. Now they're just, once again, rolling through this jungle, picking up a red buff for Kid. With the Baron, too, they can take any fight they want. They don't have Zitai, though, being a little bit cautious of that fact. They don't want to go in until they got all 5 members. However, they are still forcing World Elite away. Illusion gets locked up on the Rune Prison, but it's just a little bit of poke damage. They are not afraid whatsoever of this team, pushing forward onto the inhibitor number 1. And everybody is backing away from World Elite. They don't feel like they can take this fight, giving it up for free.
They break the inhibitor line, though, at 22 minutes. That's pretty massive. See if they can maybe go for one more. I think it's a little bit overzealous, but they are playing a 4-1 split.
Still got the Baron buff. Now, this is a 5v4. If it gets big, it could get big. But that's Axine going down, all of a sudden evening the odds up. Conan and Salme coming around the side looking for Kid. He gets a heal, and he gets staying alive there as Salme falling down as well. Conan, oh, Yangsu coming up big. And before he can even finish his jump off, that's Wei Xiao going down. That's a clean ace, and that's going to be game.
That is a really balanced champion.
Yeah.
That is the tagline,
note to World
the
Elite,
statement.
ban the tree.